Okay, so if you guys remember from my tier list, we had a finally God tier with 10 people in it. So those 10 people are clearly the 10 best PvE units in the game. This is a PvE list, not PvP at all, or else some of these units would not be here, but we finally have 10. So what I did was I made a lot of polls in my community tab to decide what are the top 10 best PvE units in the game. I feel like these are better than any other, even non-Blazing Festival, so I don't think Samurai Hashirama is as good as anyone else in here, but these are the top 10 best. This is not the order, by the way. This right here. By the way, the list, I did not choose the placement. I'm gonna put this straight away. I did not choose the placement of this list. It was only the community tab, the people voting, okay? So if you're gonna complain about the placement, don't complain to me. But by the way, after watching the video, let me know what you would change in the list, placements and stuff. So these are the units, and let's do the order now. So number 10, the 10th best PvE unit is, according to the community tab and all the, you can check the community tab, by the way. Go on my channel, click community tab, all the polls are in there. Gaara. Gaara was voted as a number 10, and I actually expected that. I expected Gaara to be the least one. Like, he is still really good, really good, but I was expecting for him to not be number 10. He's a 750 attack booster for bravery, but the biggest thing for me about Gaara is his ultimate. His ultimate does an insane amount of damage, 100k type advantage, restores own chakra by 3, hits the whole map, increases damage by 30%. He is a really good offensive unit, but he ended up being in the number 10 spot, which is really good. Again, really good. Number 10 is still above everyone else. They in PvE, right? So number 9, and this may shock some of you. The number 9th spot voted by the people is Kaguya. Now, again, I was not expecting this placement for Kaguya. Kaguya is an insane unit. She can solo Ninja Road, which is one of the reasons why I thought she should be a little bit higher, but she can solo Ninja Road. She heals 700 per turn, she can stack damage reduction on her normal jutsu, she nukes with her ultimate, and yeah, she got number 9. But again, this is not by me. If you want to complain, don't complain to me. So number 8, the number 8 spot voted was Skill Sage's 6 Paths Madara. He's really good. He hits the whole map on his ultimate. He does a 40% chance of dodging, 750 healing. He is the best skill in the game. He carries the skill element by far. He is the best buddy attack booster in the game. 500 in the game. There's no... Is there any other 500? I don't think so. So he's a very good unit. Being the number 8 spot is still really good. Now moving on to number 7, and this holds me dear to my heart because I actually thought he would be number 9, but it's Pain. Pain got number 7. Pain is really good. He can also solo Ninja Road. I feel like the difference between Kage and Pain for soloing stuff is that Pain stacks damage reduction for longer. He stacks for 5 turns, right? Kage stacks for 1 turn. So it's much easier for Pain to stack the damage reduction, but Kage heals by herself, so she can like kind of like counter any damage she takes by slip damage and stuff. But Pain's insane still. Ultimate hits the whole map. He can reset the ultimate, ignores type disadvantage, he ignores damage reduction. He's really good. Puts himself a barrier and nullifies jutsus that come towards him. Really, really good unit. And he ended up being the 7th spot. Now moving on to the 6th spot. And this is where the list starts to get a little bit clumsy, and I was not expecting for these placements. But number 6 is KCM Naruto. KCM Naruto is a fantastic unit. He heals for 800 with abilities, but also heals for extra 400 with body skill. So if you have him in the back, he'll always be healing for 1200. He is a very good unit with increasing damage on normal jutsu. His ultimate, he's 3 and 6, so he can dish out the increased damage, and also he resets, so you cannot even waste chakra. He has an insanely high hit count for normal jutsu, so you can also easily get ultra combos. Ultimate, because it's single target for both, I feel like is why people lowered him on the list so much, but the ultimate is also really good, 17.5, so he hits pretty hard, And he health seals, which is somewhat useful, not that often is useful, but he also stacks healing on his normal jutsu by 2000 for 2 turns. So KCM Naruto is really good. He's a fantastic Kine. Now moving on to number 5. Again, if KCM Naruto was still, you know, out there. But number 5, I genuinely was not expecting for him to be so low. I was expecting for him to actually be number 1. Is Sage 6 Pev's Madara Bravery. Now, the reason why I thought Sage 6 Pev's Madara Bravery would be number 1, voted by the people, is because, first of all, everyone has him. Like, he's an old unit. Second of all, with his nail break, he is the best unit in the game. Like, overall, he exceeds in PvP, exceeds in PvE, exceeds in every activity, and he is probably the best in every activity. As we're talking, like, as I'm recording this video, maybe not in the future, but he just is. Damage reduced by 30% from every element. He has resets on normal jutsu and ultimate. He can dodge. You can stack damage reduction if you have multiple of them, and you also can stack with the sync skill. He nullifies incoming jutsu with his normal jutsu, and he hits the whole map with immobilization in his ultimate. Although immobilization, bosses cannot be immobilized, but when you have an ultimate that hits the whole map, you're probably looking at going up against adds, right? So you're destroying them. So I was expecting him to get number 1, but he ended up getting the 5th spot. Which is very interesting, but let's move on. Voted by the people, the number 4 spot is Final Valley Sasuke. Also very interesting. Again, I was expecting for him to be 1 place higher. Final Valley Sasuke, he's an insane unit. He has an insane attack stat, which usually I don't talk about attack stats, but for him it matters because his counters do so much damage because of how high his attack stat is. This ability right here makes him hit so hard in combinations. Like, the talk is not about PvP, right? The talk is about PvE. But both on PvE and PvP, his combination attacks are so strong, it's stupid. He has infinite normal jutsus because he has a big range on normal jutsu. Restores chakra by 2, he can reset, and he pretty much will always get an ultra combo, so he pretty much has infinite normal jutsus, and his ultimate, it hits like a nuke, has pretty much type advantage against every element. Like, he has type advantage against heart, of course. He ignores type disadvantage on his ultimate. He does increase 40% against skill. Type advantage is increased 50, so he pretty much has type advantage against skill, which is the element he's supposed to be weak against. And he pretty much has type advantage against Bravery and Wisdom as well. It's almost there. It's not there, but it's almost there. So, he's an insane offensive unit. And he also has healing on body, but still healing. So, he is insane. I love this unit. He's one of my favorite units in the game. Now, let's move on. This is where the 3 best voted by the people, okay? Not my words. Voted by the people. 3 best PvE units are. Number 3 is Edo Hashirama. Edo Hashirama is insane. I don't, no doubt, he's insane. His normal jutsu, he can, this is the big thing. Edo Hashirama is the best Ninja Road unit in the game. And Ninja Road, I feel like, is the end content for PvE. Super Impacts, they're cool, but a lot of the times I feel like Super Impacts are so designed to be beaten by one specific unit that it's not really a general thing. Saying that, I don't know, Final Valley Sasuke is the best Super Impact unit in the game is like, not really. He's the best Super Impact unit for this Super Impact or for this Super Impact. Hashirama is the best Ninja Road unit for every Ninja Road that comes. Every month there's a new Ninja Road and he's the best. Field skill boost attack by wisdom, so very nice right there. Combos with the new Kakashi, which is very good. His normal jutsu. Okay, let's talk about his normal jutsu, which is the big thing. He nullifies damage from jutsus for 3 turns. Now, this 1 extra turn, which is the difference between him and Madara, makes such a difference because you can actually stack. On a team, you can actually stack, and also the attack weakening. Attack weakening is such a broken mechanic. The more I talk about it, the more I see that people realize it as well. When you attack weaken someone, you can attack weaken up until 75%. So you will reduce their damage by 75%. His normal jutsu stacks 30 per 30. So if you jutsu 3 times and you stack 3 times, it goes up until 75. It's someone that does like 10,000 damage on you, one-shots you. If you reduce their attack by 75%, you're saving so much damage you're taking, and no bosses, none in this game, as we're talking, actually nullifies this. That is actually difficult. I know some sub emergency mission does, but actual difficult concept like Ninja Road and Super Impacts, they don't ignore being attack weakened, which is why he's so strong. And he has resets on Umujutsu, so you can keep stacking that. He has a chance of getting chakra when hitting people, so he has a full map on Umujutsu and ultimate. So you literally can hit everyone in the map and get a lot of chakra back. Immobilization resistance is so good nowadays, and Jutsu resistance is so good nowadays. This is really bad. This is like his only dead ability, I feel like. Even this is not the best, but at least it's not dead. This one's dead. This one's also kind of dead, but he's just insane. And I do really understand his top 3. Really understand. Now, this was the most difficult one, because I thought that this guy was gonna get number 1 for some reason, but he withstood the competition and got himself the number 2 spot voted by the people. The new Obito. The new Obito is a number... You already know who number 1 is, but at this point. The number 2 spot went to Obito. The reason why Obito is so broken is because he's a fantastic offensive unit with his ultimate that hits decently hard and restores chakra with only 3 and 6. And also it removes everything. Like he is gonna hit the enemy, no matter what. He is gonna hit the enemy, and also he's a really good support unit because he stacks healing. Just like Hashirama stacks not being able to be jutsued, he stacks healing, and you can stack up to 10,000 healing. So you can literally stack 10,000 healing. Most teams you have are gonna be like 12,000, 13,000 health, right? Around that. And then if you have 10,000 healing, it's literally the only way you can die is if you get one-shotted. Like, it's the only way you can die. Like, he's just so broken because of it, and that's why he deserves actually the second spot. I don't know if I would actually put him in the second spot, but he got the second spot, okay? This is what matters. He got the second spot. He's a fantastic unit. If you summon for him and you get him, congrats. If you summon for Kakashi on the 3rd anniversary, don't feel bad because a lot of the featured units on his banner, if you pull the featured units like Edo Hashirama, he's just 1 spot behind Obito, right? So, at least voted by the people. I'm not saying it's wrong or right at this point. I might do my own, but it's how the voting went. But yeah, number 1, Phantasy Naruto. Still, fantastic unit. He thanks for bravery and wisdom. He's a fantastic unit. But here's the thing. This is when I'll actually impart my opinion. The person I believe should have been number 1 is Seiya 6 Pev's Madara Bravery. Now, why Phantasy Naruto could also be number 1? The reason why Madara could be number 1 for me is because as we currently speak, I believe 100% Madara is the best PvE in the game. 100%, he is. But you can also make the case that Phantasy Naruto has not got his limit break yet, and he will. It's like people sometimes say, "Oh, Phantasy Naruto and Sasuke are not gonna get limit breaks because they're already so broken." Do you know how good Madara was when he came out? He was the best unit in the game. Madara, when he came out, he was the best unit in the game, and he got a limit break. It doesn't matter. Units get limit breaks. It doesn't matter. So Naruto is still up for his air break. Madara is already maxed. Like, he's already max air broken. Unless they come up with a new system of something that will boost characters, which please do. I would love that. But unless they do that, Madara's God. That's the maximum he can output. Naruto is still up there. He can still air break. So that's why I believe people voted for him to be the best one. But he's still really good. He nukes pretty hard. He heals a lot. He doesn't depend like Obito to actually hit someone to start healing. So that's good for Phantasy Naruto. He's such a good unit. I'm making the case for Madara to be better than him, but he is such a good unit. I understand his position. It's just that if it was my opinion, I'd put him here. But this is the list voted by the people on my community tab. Again, I expected the list to be different, but on a recap, Gaara, Kage, Skills of the 6 Pevs Madara, Pain, Casey of Naruto, Bravery Madara, Final Sasuke, Elo Hashirama, Obito, and Naruto. If you want to change anything from this list, let me know in the comments. I'll repeat again, please don't attack me. I was not the one who put up this list, like the positions like this. But yeah, thanks for watching, and again, let me know in the comments what you would change personally.